What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today in this video I have a whole new video, and this video is nothing but of what the title means, is things that are budgetable for those who can't afford the biggest things for Christmas. So this video will be very helpful for you guys to budget out what you guys want for Christmas. Some are a little bit high, but that's because they're a little bit budgety. But overall, hope you guys like this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So how this is gonna work is I'm gonna name a couple things in different categories, and that I will put up the picture on the right side of me, or wherever I have more space. I will put up it on the screen, and we go in 5 different categories. So all right here is the categories, and I'm just gonna name different things and then put it on the screen with the pricing. And yeah, hope you guys like it and helpful for you guys for this Christmas and holidays. So enjoy. Let's get into it. Now starting off with the tech section. First thing to start off, we have the Corsair Mini. Corsair Mini, I've never personally used it, but it is very good for those who are trying to do content of gaming or something small on your desk. So if you guys like it, it is a 60%, I'm pretty sure. It's on the screen. That is the price. It's very good. I think it's mechanical switches or hot swappable. Don't mark my words. Try it out for yourself. It's good price. Price is on the screen. The next one, we have a RK61 60%. This is a great keyboard. In my opinion, I think it's a good budget keyboard. I think it's like 80 bucks. Don't quote me on that. There's the pricing, like I said. I have it. I use it myself. Every stream, every game I played. It's with the RK61. Another one is the SteelSeries Apex 3. That is, dude, I haven't used one before, like I said, but I've used the Apex TKL SteelSeries. I think I've used that one like quite a while ago, but it's been a while. But SteelSeries is really reliable. Moving on, besides from the keyboards, we have mice. Mice can go from ranges of like 60, maybe 40 bucks to up, but these are the best budget ones. We have the Logitech G301 and a Logitech G305. I'll put both of those up right here. Those are really good for just normal gaming or like just trying to do schoolwork on your desk. I think it's very good to addition to a setup. You can get different colors of black and white, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, those are very good. I've never used one personally. Most of the things I haven't used personally, but I can tell you they're probably good budgeting for you if you guys want to buy some. Next one, we have the SteelSeries AEROX 3. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know if I said that correctly, but AEROX 3. Very good mouse. SteelSeries makes great mouses. I'll put the price up right here. Hope you guys can get it. Then we have the SteelSeries Rival 3. Amazing. Amazing. I've used it, I think, personally 2 years ago. It's very, very good. Moving on to mouse pads. I'll put up 5 different types on the screen right here. They're pretty good. I like them. These are the ones I suggest. Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, they sell them. So I'll put them from different websites that you can get them right here on the screen. Now moving on to the headsets. For one, we have the HyperX Cloud Stinger 2s. Those are great. I actually own a pair of Cloud 3s. I think this is what they are. Cloud 3s. These are very good. Noise cancel. Can't hear anything. Great sound. 180 hours of battery life. And it's wireless. So if you guys want that, I'll put that on the screen too. Next, we have a Razer Black Shark V2. I heard great things about this headphone. Try it out. See if you guys like it. Next, we have the Arctis Nova ones. I've used SteelSeries a couple. I've used the Arctis 3s. Dude, they're sick. In my opinion, I love them. I just gave up on them because the HyperX actually came out a couple years after that, or a year or two after that, new ones. So I got those. Now moving on to clothing. Clothing could range from 15 bucks for shirts or pants or shorts, or just even hoodies. They're very expensive. Depending on the website, I will suggest a couple of websites on the screen. You guys go check them out, or stores if you guys are in the United States area or Canada. You guys might not have the same stores, but you guys can use the same websites I use. Moving on to sweaters, I'll put up a couple sweaters from different websites right here on the screen. I think they're my favorite. Cozy, warm, keeps you all that. You guys will like those. And if you guys live in the cold, I know my friend does, Specs, you guys heard of him. He lives in Canada. It's freezing over there, below 6, I think. You guys would need to look at that if you guys live in cold places in the United States or out of country. Moving on to shirts, we have a couple cheap options if you guys want to get some from H&M or Paxson. A couple places actually have great ones, Hollister too. Yeah, I'll put a couple of just nice graphic t-shirts if you guys want to see some of that. Moving on to pants, we have a couple options. Hollister makes great ones, but I think Paxson makes cool ones too. H&M makes great ones too. So if you guys want to go check those out, it's on the screen again. These are different types. You guys can get camo, baggy jeans, skater jeans, sweatpants, different types of them, cargos. These stores will have them. You just gotta check out your size. For shorts, I buy my stuff from different websites. Like I said, the websites I buy them, lower prices ranging from 15 all the way to like $50. So please check these out. These are very helpful if you guys live in hot places or just working out. These are very good. Moving on to hoodies, it's basically a resemblance to the sweaters. If you guys are in the cold places, these would be helpful. Zip ups or just covered with a string. You guys would be very helpful with these. I'll put a couple on the screen, like I said, and enjoy them. Now moving on to the category of shoes. Different range of shoes can be Nike, Jordan, Adidas, very expensive ones, but a couple of the ones I like are very budgetable for those who cannot afford the higher price. Moving on to Nike. Nike can range from the lower and up and down depending on the shoe. If you guys go to stores that show lower pricing of the shoe are very reliable. Nike's shoes that are very good are basically kind of like the Air Force Ones or Panda Dunks. You can pay a good price for a pair of running shoes, Nike running shoes, Elites. They're pretty good. Moving on to Adidas. Adidas got a range of Zombas and different other types of running shoes, cleats. I'll put up a mixture of different ones. Zombas are on the screen right here. You have the lows, you have the high top blazers of Adidas. Moving on to Asics. I have a pair myself. I wear them every day. I wear the Asics, can't forget the name, but I'll put them on the screen. I wear different types of Asics. I'll put some on the screen for a different kind of perspective, but they're really comfortable. It feels like you're just walking on just great insoles in the shoe. Comfortable if you're walking or running or just doing anything in general, walking around those towns. Those are very reliable. Now moving on to the final shoe, New Balances. New Balances, like I said, are like A6s, very comfortable. Insoles are amazing. It feels like you're walking on air. These are very comfortable for daily occasions of walking around the town, city, school. You guys will like these on the holidays. If you guys can go pick some up in a local New Balance store, Nike store, different places, I'll put up a couple of options for New Balances. Now moving on to jewelry. Me personally, as a person of a big fan of jewelry, you guys can hear it from my microphone right here. I own a cross chain I got gifted by me, so I'm a big chain person. Pendant too of my favorite team. I have a diamond Atlanta Braves chain. I love it. I got gifted it 3 years ago for Christmas, so I've worn it here and there since. But you guys gotta go check this out. These are different types of brands that sell chains. Some people might agree with one of them, but if you're on a budget, that is a good company for you. Moving on to the bracelets, I like a couple of them. Some of you might think, oh, Van Cleef, all that. Those are right at the price range. $3,500 for Van Cleef. But if you guys want a similarance of Van Cleef's, you guys can go down to Craft. Craft has a bunch of kind of similar of Van Cleef's. I'll put up a couple brands I can't come up with the top of my mind, but on the screen right here, they're very reliable and very good for you to kind of go a cheaper version of a Van Cleef, but it keeps it exactly the same. Now moving on to pendant. Like I said, I've got a pendant myself of my team, but if you guys want to go check out a couple, here are a couple of crosses, names, numbers, just anything in general that you would like to have as a personal effect on you or resemblance to you. These are great options. Now moving on to rings. Me personally, I like rings. I actually have one myself. I wear it most of the time, but sometimes I don't. It is an anxiety ring. I wear it so certain occasions, depending on if I'm nervous or just anxiety is kicking in, I like to mess with it. These are very good. You get these on Amazon for a very good price. The price is on the screen right here. Amazon has really reliable on depending on what the brand will be. But I got stainless steel, so make sure you guys get those so it doesn't color your finger. And other brands consider as craft too, or many other brands sell these, so make sure you guys get a look at it and check out what kind of rings you guys want to get for the future of yours. Now we're on the final part of the video. We're on to the random category. These are kind of things I put into the video that will kind of give you more things to look at. A couple of things you guys can go look at. Cheaper options are like Nike store sells a pair of socks for like 20 bucks. It's like 3 pairs of whites longs. So I'll put those on the screen at Dick's, JD, and different other places. Another good thing for yourself for the holidays to go pick up is cologne. There's a bunch of good colognes out there. I'll put up a couple of my personal favorites. These are my favorites. I love them so much. I've used them a couple times here and out of the country, but these are very good. As for somebody who would like to start their cologne collection and use them for a lower budget, who can't afford those YSL or Chanel or all those high brands of cologne. Moving on to hats. As a person who wears hats almost every day, love them. Just love them. Love hats. So here's a couple of brands that sell good hats. They're very cool with designs and all them. And here are a couple of my favorite hats right here. They're very, very good, very nice, very well treated. You guys can check those out for yourselves, but they're very good brands for these type of hats of customizations and comfort. Now moving on to cameras. Cameras are a big one. Yes, it's not really considered as the title of the budget, but if you are one person who just wants one camera for Christmas, here are a couple options for starters. My favorite is the Canon EOS R10. I am using it right now as we speak for filming. It's very good for starters who start up content like me, and for those who would like to do just video content or just photography. Some things for good audio, you guys can get the microphones from Rode, the wireless, and the boom arms. They are very good, very reliable. I would personally love them. Another good one is Sennheiser. Sennheiser sells them for like almost $100 and lower or a little higher. They're a very reliable company, and I personally want one and will like one at the moment, but that will have to wait. Now to the final one, lights. Lighting is very important for those who are streaming or making content outside or inside. These are very good ring lights you can find at your local Walmart, online, Amazon, all of that. These are very good to upgrade your lighting and the way your space is lit up. And now we are at the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate you guys for watching. This video was very interesting to make. I really wanted to show you guys a different type of thing you guys can grab on a very low budget for knowing that those who are struggling or very low income can provide for something that's a very high valuables can get a lower price. As for me, I'm grateful what I have right now in my setup. It's not to show some ego about wanting things. It is always the giving and the thought that counts coming into the gifts given to you. So these are very good budgeting for those who would like to have very nice things at a very low price, but good for them to succeed and upgrade their setups, their clothing, all that type of video. Remember to like and subscribe and turn on the notifications for different. Comment down below you guys' favorite part of the video. That's very helpful for budgeting for this Christmas. I hope you guys have a great holidays, and I'll see you guys in the next one.